Hey, wait, nah. Okay, that was funny. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. This, of course, is a watch along. We've got a watch along of France versus Netherlands. This is meant to be a big game. Like, this is meant to be a game that we look at and we say, these are the two big teams, one of the two big teams, because we've seen what happened with boy England, man. England and them are not here. There's nobody home. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm live. Something's happening. Am I? There we go. Okay, here we go, guys. Welcome. My name is George Mokwena. I'm your host. It is Netherlands versus France. The Netherlands team has Verbruggen in goal. They have Van Dijk, Ake, De Vrij. They have Simons, Memphis, Gakpo, Frimpong, Reinders, Dumfries, and Schutten as their starting lineup. Then, of course, France has Maignan in goal. They have Kunde, Upamecano, Saliba, Hernandez, Kante, Tshwane, Dembele, Rabiot, Griezmann, and Thuram. A very, very big question that we were asking about this game was whether or not Mbappe was going to make it back. Because people were talking about Mbappe and saying that no, Mbappe with the Ninja Turtles mask, and it's got the French colors, he's not allowed to play with it. So it looked, for all intents and purposes, that we're going to rush him back. For those who don't know, Kylian Mbappe broke his nose. Hey, it was bad. He broke his nose in the last game that they played versus Austria. And there were rumors that he was going to go for an operation, but it turns out they're holding it back, and they're saying that he's going to finish playing here. They've gotten him a mask, but it doesn't seem like they want to risk him just yet, which means that the structure of this team has changed. They're taking up more of a 4-3-3. Hey, wena. Frimpong almost scoring a goal in the first minute. These games, Go Euro, have a tendency of having action in the beginning. First minute in, Scotland almost scored. There's a couple of games where it's been like this. And Netherlands almost getting a goal through Frimpong. So as I was saying, they're going for a 4-3-3, which is going to be very interesting because they've got Griezmann, they've got... They didn't write it right. Anyway, they've got Griezmann up top with Dembele on the other side and Thuram down the middle. Then the center is going to be Kante in the middle of that with Rabiot and Tshwane next to him. I think it's going to serve France well. I think France has a balancing problem with their team. I think they've got too many stars. Junior says, "Pass up Netherlands." They've got too many stars. And what tends to happen is that when you've got so many people on the pitch, especially in the attacking third, that four that they had last time with Griezmann, with Kylian Mbappe, with Dembele, with Thuram, what happens is that four starts getting in their way. Each of them want to run, each of them want the ball at their feet, all of them want to do the same thing. So you don't necessarily have a focal point. Usually, if you play Griezmann and you play Mbappe and you play Dembele, you play Giroud, somebody who's going to be a target man, who's going to put the ball down, who's going to give the ball to the other people, who's very good at getting players into the game. But since we didn't get that in the first game, I think this squad is a lot more balanced. And we'll see what happens up front with the three. That's going to be the most interesting thing. Ow! N'Golo Kante. Man of the match last game for France versus Austria. Netherlands, of course, beat Poland in their first game of this tournament. And I think if we're going to speak about teams emerging, it has to be Netherlands and France from this group. Just has to be. But let's see. Bradley says, away OT 3-1 to France. 3-1 to France. You don't trust Van Dijk. Fella, that's Van Dijk at the back. Yeah? Van Dijk and Ake. Manchester City and Liverpool. I'm sure they can do a little better than that. In the last 5 games, France has got 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. Their last game being a win versus Austria, of course. Netherlands, on the other hand, has 4 wins and 1 loss, which means that the only game that they've lost is against Germany on the 26th of March. But their last game was Poland, who they beat 2-1. There we go. Oh, Griezmann. Why did you turn around, boy? I mean, Rabiot, why did you turn around, boy? And then these two teams, in the last 5 meetings that they've had, France has won 4 of the games and Netherlands has won 1. Last time they met was on the 13th of October, 2023, where France beat Netherlands 2-0 in a Euro qualifier, 2-1 in a Euro qualifier. And then, of course, you had another Euro qualifier on the 24th of March where France beat Netherlands 4-0. So, to Bradley's point, France tends to score in this game. France tends to use their opportunities in this game, but let's see how they're going to play. Oh, Griezmann gets to be the star again. Since Mbappe is not here, he's going to be the main outlet for everything. These balls that he's playing in, man, great for Giroud. Unfortunately, he's not on. He's not in, apologies. Okay, let's see. Cross ball, Ake takes care of it. Not Ake, Kunde. Kunde was an issue, man. Kunde nali N1 last game. He was open, he was a highway. And I want to see how he does in this game. I think Kante is going to be a little bit free, knowing that Tshwane is also there. Tshwane is probably going to have to take the ball up. And Rabiot is not going to have to play in a 6-ish position, which is going to be very interesting. My prediction is 2-1 to France. I'm going to say 2-1 to France. I don't think it's going to be that big of a gap, but historically France has been beating Netherlands, so I want to see what happens there. 5 minutes in, it is 0-0. So far it's calm. You know, so far the two teams aren't necessarily going too hard at each other. Netherlands got that early chance. Griezmann has taken a shot at Verbruggen's goal. Oh, Kante, yeah? Box to box. Sure, boy. Tshwane is there. That's why he can be a little bit more freer. Engolo, Kante. MK, thank you for the roses. Let me make sure that I'm live everywhere where I need to be live. Let's see. I'm looking to see Griezmann be a lot more active. Already he's left the left-hand side. So if you are watching this game on the left-hand side, Rabiot is picking up a more advanced left-hand side role. He is playing the more advanced wing, the more advanced midfielder. You could call him a 10, but he's going out to the left to allow Griezmann to come inside. So when Griezmann comes inside and plays almost a false 9-ish position, Thuram is very close to him, and it seems as though Rabiot is going to be playing that other side. So essentially what is happening is that they're playing 2 in midfield and a 4 up front, because Rabiot, as you see where he lost that ball there, is not necessarily a midfielder. We haven't seen them go to the other side, so I can't tell yet whether he's going to be playing a free role, whether he's going to be allowed to move around there. But he has been going out to the left. The left is a place where a lot of these European teams are going to. If you think about Toni Kroos, the position he was picking up in the game, the last game that Germany played, he's controlling the game from, 10 a boy. Netherlands is making it into that box. I don't know what it is about Saliba and Upamecano. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of communication there. And Netherlands is committing 3. There's 3 players up there. So they really do want to press their advantages there. Memphis trying to get that last pass, Depay. Hey, Saliba. Oh no, sorry. Xavi Simons playing that pass to Depay. Let's see, Dembele. Go win yourself a free kick, boy. That's what you do these days. Oh, Griezmann dropping back deep, eh? But you guys said that's what he's been playing. I just don't know if he's a ball-playing, dropping person or somebody who just needs that person to give him the ball, the striker to knock it down for him. Abuti Napoleon. We pity the guy. I need the Euro Halio. Welcome, Abuti. Hey. Like France, I see why France needs Mbappe. They lack a little bit of that electricity up front. They always want to try play the ball back or make the safe pass. This is where Mbappe is very important for this team. Let's see. Here they come again. Netherlands. Guys, Netherlands is going to get a goal. Netherlands is for sure going to get a goal here. It's a 3v2 most of the time when they're going in. And I think maybe Kante should be told to stay back, make it a double pivot there in the middle so that you can support you can support the two defenders, Saliba and Upamecano. But Netherlands is getting into that box at will. Ko says, on my way home, thanks for the detailed update. No stress, Nko. 10 minutes in, it is 0-0. So Netherlands is basically going to make Frimpong and Memphis play close to each other. It becomes almost like a 2 up front, and then they're going to try play it off there. Bradley says, Mr. Analysis for yesterday's game between England and Denmark. Not happy about Southgate. Apologies, guys. Yesterday I had some technical difficulties. Everything was not working. I don't know what happened. I tried my best to get on. Guys, Southgate, I told you guys about Southgate a long time ago. That team needs a strong coach. That team needs a coach who's going to make strong decisions. That English team has all of the stars, but the system does not match them. So you can have an amazing team. You can have a Lamborghini of teams, but if you're going to force traffic onto it, or you're going to make it drive in the Eastern Cape, going up a mountain, shame, you're going to struggle. So I think one of two things needs to happen. Either Southgate develops a creative bone in his body and stops being as conservative as he usually is, or just play simply. Just do what you want. Like, sometimes when you watch Southgate teams, it honestly feels like this is not what he would have played. But because there's so much pressure, and sometimes English teams in general die from that. They die from wanting to keep it as English as possible while trying to do tiki-taka and all those things. They love these boring managers, but then when the boring manager doesn't know how to use exciting players, what are you going to gain from that? So I think Southgate has to take a long, hard look at himself and stop experimenting. Don't put Trent Alexander-Arnold into the center. Maybe look to try feed Kane as much as possible. If it means crosses, if it means early balls, play that football. Put down Foden. Let Foden rest. In a Southgate team, I understand the Saka because wapora. It's just about consistency. But in a Southgate team, what a ball. In a Southgate team, Foden does not work. Junior says Southgate should take notes from the 2010 Spain, how to make an all-star team work. 2010 Spain, 2008, 2010, 2012 Spain. Vincent Del Bosque gave a masterclass of how to coach a national team when you've got a very strong team in the league. Just let them do what they know. Just play them tiki-taka. Don't try to be too smart. Here comes Kunde with the cross. Don't try to be too smart. Don't do anything crazy. Just let them play their football. Anyway, 13 minutes in, it is still 0-0. Abuti says, Netherlands. Oh, there we go. Goal. Way. France. France breaks into the box, gets in, a bit of composure to try play the ball in for Griezmann, and with just the tapping in front of him, he is not able to put it in.
Bafana.
He gets another chance. Ball played in, tries to put it into the corner, goes just wide. Griezmann. Looks like it's going to be a long day for him. It's going to be a long day for this guy. It's going to be a long day, but that first miss.
It can't be mad. It can't be. It can't be.
Look at Rebio getting into the box, eh? Griezmann. Yo, that was bad.
Footballer.
My sister.
What a waste.
Oh, bye-bye.
What a waste. What a waste. Anyway, France just had two gilt-edged chances to try and take the lead here. Griezmann fluffed a tap-in, essentially. Then he hit it wide from a ball played in. I was surprised when he said he's missing a Calvin Phillips kind of player with the stars at his disposal, says Bradley. Guys. You know, I just think he was trying to be too... The other curse of being English coach is that you'll have a lot of youngsters that are being forced in. And this is not to say that these youngsters are good or bad, but he's forced to bring Bomeno, he's forced to bring Bokorin, he's forced to bring certain players. And then he's got the star players that normally play. So it's tough, but again, you have to be strong and select the people that you need to select. Let's see. Junior says, you're my favorite player in France team. Who misses that except Lukaku? Guys, leave Lukaku alone. He's currently going through a very tough time there at Belgium. But the Kevin Phillips issue, is it not true though? No, he needs that type of player. He had that type of player, but he didn't choose a type of player that's a DM. He didn't choose a pure DM. So I think that's why he's struggling. Maybe he thought that Trent would do it. There goes Cody Gakpo with a shot from just the top of the box out to the right-hand side. Another save by Megna. Guys, I'm struggling. I think Netherlands has had the better of the chances. The French defense and center mid is a bit tough there. But anyway, Malume Kuto, he didn't select that type of player. He's playing Trent in the middle next to Rice. We know Rice as a box-to-box. We saw it at Arsenal when he was playing alone at the back, or he was playing the more defensive six, a CDM type role. He wasn't that effective up until Partey came up next to him and he was allowed to go forward. So essentially, in the CDM role, or the double six, as they have it, the two pivots, you've got two players who don't defend. In the first match, they even tried to hide Trent. Trent was hidden. They were like, hey, my guy, just rotate around. Jude will come back and facilitate this thing that we're trying to do. So, okay. That's what happens when you only kick with 1 foot. He didn't expect it on the right. Get the ball. I think what's irritating about that chance at Griezmann is also that maybe he had it. I think he had time to take another touch if he really needed it. But I understand why he wanted to finish it first time. And maybe it was a little bit behind him, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know anything else. Netherlands will score. I want Netherlands to score, actually. I really want Netherlands to score. Maybe it will wake France up. My two picks for this tournament, man, they're not doing the things. France is not doing the things. England is not doing the things. They're both suffering from pretty much the same issues. Hey, Ntokozo, hey man. Hello, I'm gonna say hi, but hello, but Oscar Kenya Konking. Let me go to Malume Kuta. Someone needs a Hugo Bruce mentality. Select Mahopa from the Paris change room. Malume Kuto, this is exactly what I mean about these guys. You see this game, we know Marcus Thuram, Lilian Thuram's son, French legend, all of that stuff, had a relatively good season, blah, blah, blah. Giroud is your top goal scorer. He works well in the box in these situations. He facilitates the other guys to play around him. But yeah, the other thing about Hugo Bruce is very good because Hugo Bruce goes, "Hi guys, I don't necessarily care what you guys think." I don't necessarily care what you guys think. Like you said, I will play Mahopa every single game because he's getting the job done for me, no matter how much you guys can complain. So I think you need a strong personality, honestly speaking. You need a strong personality. Bradley says Trent defending is a quid. And then Jane Daba says England is hyped by media. There's nothing there. I think there's something there. The problem is the same thing. Guys, it's the same pattern that has happened to England every single time. It's not the first time they've had a very good team. If you remember the Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard debates, if you remember the setup of those teams as well, do you play, where do you fit in Beckham? How do you fit in Rooney on top of that? How do you do this? How do you do that? You need a strong coach. And unfortunately, the media's impact is that it makes you feel as though you need to go make those changes that you don't need to make. But yeah, that's how it is. France still trying to find their way. I'm still not quite sure what they're meant to be doing in build-up. The passages where they move up the pitch, it's a little bit shaky. You know, I understand Rabiot's going out to the left-hand side, and that allows Book Griezmann to come back in. I understand that they're also doing a similar to Netherlands thing where at times Griezmann will form a two with Thuram, but Thuram is completely out of this game. He hasn't touched the ball, he hasn't played it. This is not a position that he plays, as far as I understand, where they've put him as being a center forward. So, I don't know. They're moving around, though. I guess you can give them that. They're running around, Mara. Why they're running around, I don't understand what is meant to be the point. It's nice to see Rabiot come to life, because in the last game, he was just standing around, man. He was just standing around. Trent attacking is a Bugatti. And then maybe you say, do you then maybe play a 3-4-2 and have a 3-5-2, sorry, play a 3-5-2, play a 3-2, what is it, 3-2-4-1, and allow Trent to go forward. Allow Trent to attack the wing, allow Trent to be with Saka without necessarily being a defensive liability. I think there's plenty of answers, but I don't know if Gareth Southgate will find those answers or if he wants to play that. France is a marvel to watch, the elegance, the flair, the finesse. It's all good. It's great to have possession. But if you're not dangerous in your possession, I don't know. I said earlier, I guess this is why you need a Mbappe character sometimes. A guy who's just going to take the ball and say, okay, guys, I'm attacking now. It's been great to watch us play the ball and be all cute in midfield and make our passes. I need to take the ball now. You know, I need to take a shot. What happened last game in that 1-0 win of theirs was that Mbappe decided on the right-hand side. He was like, no, I'm taking it. I'm going to whip it in. Or I'm going to take it. I'm going to take on some a defender or two. I'm going to whip it in. It's going to be an on goal. They don't have an action player. Griezmann is very quiet. Thuram is very quiet. Dembele is almost waiting for the ball to get to him on the wing. And then when he gets it, he usually wins he usually wins a free kick or two, right? That's his role. Get the ball high up, win a free kick outside the box. Let's see what we do with it. But other than that, I don't know. England does not have a style of play. Figure out how you want the team to play, says Unko. Junior says the England team is not coachable. Different egos clash. That's why you need a bigger ego. That's why you need a bigger ego. Louis van Gaal, when he had all of those Netherlands stars, bigger ego on top. Why does Pep do so well with his star players? He's bigger. He supersedes them. Gareth Southgate, it's been 8 years. Guys, it's been 8 years of Southgate. But anyway, Rabiot last game equals McTominay, says Umpendulo. Junior says, I think France came with the game plan of rotating during the game in the Euro. Bradley says, Netherlands is missing my favorite player in midfield, De Jong. Ryan says, Didier Deschamps is pulling a Southgate setup, but I hope Giroud and Mbappe remedy it. Just put Giroud in, man. I would just say, put Giroud in. This is, like, if you want this French team to function, Take out Thuram, put Giroud in that position, and you'll see what happens. Ati says, let's go. Jabulo says, where are you watching the game? I'm watching it on Supersport 203. Those who are joining me in SA, I'm watching it in South Africa. I'm watching it on DSTV channel 203. You can also catch the game on DSTV stream, as well as the DSTV app, should you have the right subscription. I'm practicing. No, I'm kidding. I'm not allowed to say anything other than that. To be honest with you, I always get banned, so I don't feel like getting banned today. But as it stands, 24 minutes in, Netherlands have not looked more dangerous, but they've had more box entries and chances. So whenever they get the ball, they're trying to use it as best as they can. France is rotating the ball quite a bit. We're seeing people move around. You can see like modern football, but it's not in dangerous areas. I rate if Netherlands could initiate a press or half press there in the midfield. There was a point there where Kante was under pressure to try play a first-time pass over to Dembele, and it didn't work out. You could press like that a little bit more, and you'll probably get something from this game from there. But my biggest takeaway is that Giroud is needed. That's all I'm going to say. Giroud is needed. That counter. No, boy. Behind him. If Gakpo, Kimang Frimpong or Frimpong or Thingy don't score in this game, it's going to be their fault. This defense is open. I don't think Saliba and Upamecano, I don't think they have a very good relationship there. Gakpo is an international player coming to my club, yo, hi. Coming to club, yo, hi. It says Junior Ryan says, what do you think of the France double pivot Kamavinga instead of? I think that's why they're struggling a little bit. Also, I don't know why Kante is taking the responsibility of bringing up the ball. That's never been his role. So I want to see Tshwane take a more active role in the double pivot, especially because it's not just a double pivot, it's two midfielders, as Rabiot is playing on the left-hand side. So one of them have to progress the ball. One of them. And right now, neither of them is really wanting that thing, that role. Okay, here comes Gakpo. Shot boy. What was that? So yeah, I think I would want to see Kamavinga in. Last game I called for Kamavinga and Kante double pivot. Tshwane is not bad. I mean, it's not like, oh, there we go. Thuram. Relax, boy. Ball over the top, played in. Thuram beat the offside trap and a little bit wide. He was on the right-hand side, a little bit wide. Hits the ball over. Should have done better there. You should have done better. Is Varane selected in this French team? I don't think so. No, he's not. As far as I know, I can tell you the bench players. Let me put up the bench players for you. Bench players for France are Samba, Benjamin Pavard, Ferland Mendy, Eduardo Camavinga, Olivier Giroud, Kylian Mbappe, Randall Colomwani, Zaire Emery, Fofana, Coman, Klaus, Areola, Konate, Bakola. So yeah, he's not in this team. and he retired according to Mojan. So Mojan tells me he retired. Bradley says Kante used to be good pushing the ball when Chelsea brought in Jorginho. And it's because there's a person who's playing the ball. I don't think Kante is a good player of the ball. I think Kante is a very good breaker of play. I think if you need him to play a simple pass, he will. But you need somebody next to him who's going to dictate the play. So if Tshwane and Rabiot are not going to do that thing, you're going to see a little bit of weakness there. And we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. I would have liked Kamavinga there, but Tshwane it is. Thank you, Rabiot. I think he's decided that he's going to be him. What I'm talking about. Yeah, it seems they've had the chat because Rabiot is dropping, but let's see how long it lasts. He was also not very good in that 6, that deep lying player. "30 minutes in, it is 0-0, but England can also take notes here. Notice how France is really relying on wingers." I get you, but you're relying on wingers without having Giroud on the pitch doesn't make sense to me because Thuram doesn't seem to have box presence. You know that box awareness. Giroud will always find the ball in the box when you whip it in. Thuram doesn't necessarily have that, which means that they have to hold the ball and try break the defense. But I like that they've made the change. I think they've realized the thing that I said. You need to have a ball player next to Kante. They're probably going to allow Kante to play sort of a free role in the middle, running around looking for play to break up. And then Rabiot is going to be the guy that gets the ball more than anybody else. Agreed, Kamavinga is a better option than Shu. And then they make these changes. Didier Deschamps and Southgate, they make similar changes where they start bringing in players that don't make sense for what you need. Kante is playing he's playing box to box, almost 10. He's found himself very advanced. I guess if you're trying to win the ball back up a little bit higher, it makes sense. Oh, counter. Okay. Still 4v3. Very bad pass there. Was that Memphis? Very bad pass there from Memphis. Can I ask you guys something? Do you think that positional discipline is hurting some of these teams? So if you look at what has happened, Kante is more advanced. Griezmann has dropped all the way to the back to come pick up the ball. Rabiot is now running in sort of a center forward position. Thuram is trying, it feels as though they've lost all control. So it feels as though the players are basically dictating. You know, when you play a team with stars and sometimes it gets hard to coach them because they all want to go forward and they all want to then catch the ball and they all want to go back. Is positional discipline killing this France team? That maybe stay in your positions, guys, so that we can actually see what the system is and play. But if all of you are going to move around freely and go wherever you want to go, what's going to happen? Griezmann now on the right-hand side, advanced position after coming from the left-hand side, a defensive position. So, I don't know, man. These teams need a stern hand. But to be fair to Deschamps, he's already won. Malume Kutso, these schemes, they're playing schemes. These schemes, they're not seeing what these schemes are for. They're not seeing what these games are for. And sometimes you just got to keep it simple, guys. You can be too smart for your own good. You can be too smart for your own good. You are rotating. This one is moving from his position. This one is doing this thing. And at the end of the day, you don't see why. Why? Why is somebody playing here? Why is somebody playing there? Why have you dropped back? We used to ask each other, why are you here? Why? Like, you see, look, if Netherlands does not win this game, they have themselves to blame. Literally, it's themselves. I never looked at this ref's officiating. Hopefully he's accurate in this game. He's been okay so far. Pogba, Lebza says Pogba is needed in that team. A deep-lying ball player, a regista. That's what they call it, CAS football. A regista. They need a regista. They need a brain in the CDM role that can maybe even release Dembele. Where's Dembele now? Oh yeah, look at where he's running. What the hell, Xavi? Guys, decision making, Netherlands. This is one of those games where they've had 25 shots on target. It's this type of stuff. Griezmann is everywhere. Yeah, I just think it's too much. I'm watching it on Supersport. I'm watching it on Supersport, channel 203 in South Africa. When was the last time Kante had a good season? When was the last time we saw him? Kante is not Saudi. No Mbappe, no party. Says unmatched. Oh, Tatum Tetra, welcome. Oh, Tatum Tetra. You don't like the ref. What's wrong with the ref, Tatum Tetra? Legend in the game is there in the comments, guys. Thank you for the gift, Tatum Tetra, as well. I just want to see what's happening on YouTube. France will win it. Well, Amri says, I'm watching France and Netherlands. Sparta says, loving the game. Hi, what are we doing? We're watching the game. Ilse, we're watching the game. France versus Netherlands. France to win it, says corner kick vibes. Oh, Maleme Kutsa, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the rose. Guys, let's tap the screen. Can we get to 15,000 likes? It helps with ranking and a whole bunch of things, and it's free. So just tap the screen, and let's see how far we can get. I want 15,000 though, as a start. If we can get to 15,000, second half, I leave it open. You can jump in with me. Look, you have now Thuram in a counter-attack with Kante running next to him on the left-hand side. Like, this is where I talk about the discipline of this. How am I meant to know what my system is if I'm not sure where anybody will be? Griezmann could be playing left back at some point. Kante is playing left wing at some point. Rabiot is pushing up into striker. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Junior says, yeah, Anthony Taylor gives Chelsea versus Barcelona vibes in almost all the games. Free kick to France. Griezmann to take it. Thuram in Dangala. Ageko. But Thuram doesn't play there. But that's not, let me see. I want to see what Google calls him. Can they just say forward? Those who watch a lot of Thuram there in the comments, can you tell me, what does he play? Because it's clearly not this center forward role. Clearly not the center forward role. I'm just going off of what I've seen of him from these past two games. Rabiot looks lost. And do you know, I thought that Rabiot was going to then become that deep-lying playmaker, the regista type player here. I saw him make a move. Khanti, are they just are they just rotating for rotating sake? Hey guys, I don't listen. I have watched this game now. We have watched this game for 38 minutes. Watch, Dembele is gonna go for the penalty. Just do what you do, Dembele. Go for the penalty, boy. Free kick. There we go. What do I tell you about Dembele? What did I tell you guys about Dembele? Dembele, in this team, he's just there to win them free kicks on the right-hand side. Pepper, Shy, hit a young shimmy, win the free kick. That is all he does. He doesn't drop back in order to be maybe at times where you need your winger to come and support your right back. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like I said, 39 minutes of watching this game and
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost.
Rabiot and Dembele, time to recover from international soccer. And that time, like I said, let me just pull it up again. I want to see this bench. Kingsley Coman is there. He's available, not being used. You have Kamavinga, who's there. He's not being used. Maybe a midfield of Kamavinga, Kante. Excuse me. Kamavinga, Kante, and Tshwane. Maybe that's a good midfield. 40 minutes in, France has just won themselves another free kick. I don't like when star players like Mbappe to be captains, to be honest. I wonder if France plays like this, they're going to need Mbappe to just create havoc. I don't think they're going to win this off of a system because it doesn't look like they have a system. Dembele is finished, says star. Temminkosi says even Tepe on the other side is inefficient. Oh. Are the fans throwing things? What's happening? Corner fraud. But then on the Netherlands side, it seems like they really do want to play on transition, catch the other team in the counter-attack. They help each other. So Frimpong and Memphis, okay, Gakpo goes a little bit wide. So Frimpong, Xavi, and Memphis want to really attack a side. Like they're trying to hit the left center back on transition, which is there. It's there for the taking. They've gotten into the box quite a few times on their own. Mara, Lebona, I don't know. Dembele out, Coman in. Exactly, I would do that. He will eventually score Umnan Gakulu, says Depay. Are you replying to the Depay comment? I don't remember people throwing things to AFCON. Hey, Malume Kutso, AFCON was so much better. AFCON was so much better than this. Let's be honest. There's really only been one exciting game, and it was that Georgia-Turkey thing, Georgia-Turkey one that you guys were telling me about. Babam Teto says Frimpong is off. Yeah. But I think Lebona, they don't know how to function in that attack because, like I said, they're getting into the box. They're going. They've gotten into the box quite a few times. But one overruns the ball and plays the ball behind the other one. One comes in and tries to play a cheeky pass. It doesn't work out. Now, maybe I'm a little bit old school, but this schemes, football, and all of that stuff, I feel like some teams just need to play it simply, man. Big difference here, unlike at Leverkusen, says Ntatem Teto. Unmatched. Wait, AFCON made us dream about Cape Verde. Why can't you dream? Why can't you dream about Georgia? Eh? Why can't you dream about Slovenia? Is it just the football? Rhetorical question. Is it just the football that you're dreaming about Cape Verde? Who are the star players of Holland, if I may ask? Van Dijk has to be up there. Van Dijk is one of them. You'd have to say Memphis in this game. I guess you could say Memphis. But otherwise, in terms of the starting lineup, it's not necessarily star-studded. The defense is strong. Van Dijk, okay. But otherwise, I see Holland Diabo, Van Persie. Van Persie, Robin. Hey. These Euros are slow and boring. They're tired, these players. Semiko says the problem is having too many starts. The Euro is so hyped. The AFCON was far better. Bradley says Dembele of Dortmund, man, he's just a shadow of himself. Dumfries, I guess you could say so. The But it doesn't. I want to star. I'd be mad if this game ends 0-0. Mujan says this is the most boring Euro since I started watching Euros in 2004. How is Xavi? Rushing is what I can say. 44th minute, we're heading to halftime. Guys, you know how it works. At halftime, I'm going to allow some people to jump onto the panel and we'll have a conversation about what we're seeing in the first half. Then if we can get to 15,000 likes, I keep it open for the second half and everybody will get a minute to jump in and have a conversation with me about the game. In order to do that, you have to jump in via TikTok. So you have to be following me on TikTok. There'll be a button that appears at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. I'll tell you when it's going to appear. It's got a blue figure hugging a pink figure. Click on that request. I let you in and you tell me how you feel about the first half. What I'm going to do is that in the halftime, I'm only going to allow the maximum of 6 people in. And those are going to be the analysts for the first half. And we'll go from there. So if you're on YouTube and you want to add your voice to the show, just know that you have to join me while I'm live now on TikTok and follow me. So yeah, that is what is going to happen at halftime. Okay, let me go back into this. France need Mbappe. It's so sad that these teams need star players who are going to just star play, get the ball and put it on their own shoulders. It's so weird to watch France and England playing and there's no system. They're just hoping that the star players are going to jump in. But anyway, let me open. Let me open the lines. So guys, you'll see the button right now for multi-guest. You have to be following me in order to jump in and we can have a conversation. Free to jump on. While that is happening, let me just fix my graphics. So first half done. It is 0-0. Not a classic game at all. I wouldn't say that this is a classic game. Hey, man, what's happening now? All the way at the top. Okay. Let's see who's joining me. Let's see who's joining me. Hey, man. Pendulo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm good. Pendulo, tell me about this first half. How are you seeing this first half?
Eish, I think France, we should just forget that they might just win this this tournament. They will not. As you said, these so-called big teams, they don't really know how to play without these star players. You can see if Bellingham is not doing something for England, England also are not gonna show up. Also with this England this France squad without Mbappe, they seem lost. They're all over the place. And to probably comment on the fact that the managers don't really have a plan, I'd like to argue against that because these people coach at a high level and they are really qualified to be there. One thing that I'm quite sure of is that they're trying to be smart. They're trying to try new things in competitions that are really that really require results more than anything. You see the rotations that are unnecessary, the reluctance to put in players that are actually known to actually be able to deliver out performances, because Last game, Netherlands were saved by a late goal by this boy that has been to Manchester United. I
Memphis.
forgot his name. Such a player. He also scored against Argentina in the World Cup to push the game to the extra time. So those players who have the heart for the team, those are the players that you should be fielding, and especially knowing that they have got the deliverables. So that's what you should be doing as a coach. Also, if you're looking at this team, Spain, I think Spain are one of the best teams in this tournament because apart from the fact that they aren't actually scoring or scoring many goals, they are actually structured very well. Everyone knows what is there to do. It's just that they're unlikely than converting the chances that they're getting. But for me, I think they're better than France. They're better than Netherlands.
It
I think
seems like we're
also just
cutting.
to give.
We're
I
cutting.
think what this guy should do is yes, sir.
Just cutting there. Just repeat what you said there.
About
Maybe the last few things that you said right now, it was busy cutting. So maybe just repeat that.
Oh, I was talking about the fact that I think these managers should actually give more opportunities to players like Kamavinga. Play Kamavinga. He just won a Champions League. Play him, give him that confidence. He was playing in a very intense final. So I'm not gonna say much. A lot has been said, but these teams, what I believe is that they should just go for things that are going to get them results.
What do you say about simple? Because like you say, Didier Deschamps, the for a very long time. But do you think that this experimentation that they're doing is it driven by them seeing something new and want to try something new, or is it just pressure? Because it feels like it's just pressure to play Boturam, to play certain players, and that's what's harming them because they can't do what they normally play. Is maybe the issue that it's just pressure that's hitting them?
Yeah, I think it is pressure because they really want to get the results, but I think also in a more interesting way. Mina, I'll just go the way Morocco did, especially looking at the quality of the players that you have, because I don't really understand why you have someone like Thuram. Probably the pressure from the legends to say, "Hey, bruh, please field this particular kind of player." But the player doesn't seem to be deserving to play for the national team. He doesn't seem to be deserving, and you've got boys there that can come in and do something. So probably it's influence, external influence, that is probably clouding their judgment, because I think what they should do is just use fundamental knowledge of football and do the simplest things. Sometimes the simplest things are the ones that are going to liberate you, not only trying to be smart and doing all of those things. So indeed, probably pressure is the problem too.
Let me go to Tebza. Guys, apologies. Am I cutting?
Am I also cutting?
Yeah, I feel like something's happening. But it's fine. Let's carry on. Tebza, come to the show. Tell me, what
I didn't get that, OG.
I'm just asking, what do you think this first half?
Okay. The first half was okay, man. It was a high tempo game. It was end to end stuff. It seems like both teams are not afraid of each other. You know, it's a very entertaining game. It's one of those games that we ask France again about Giroud, the game that needs Giroud to hold up play up front, to hustle Abu Van Dijk there up front to win those aerial balls. You understand? So he still comes back with Rabiot. So he should have scored there. He decided to pass in the 6-yard area. Imagine wanting to pass in the 6 yard. So he should have played He should have played. Okay, he wants to play Turam, shift Turam to the left, bring in Ujiru there up front, and then bring in play Griezmann as a 10, shift to Ram there on the left. But then we'll see, man. A lot is gonna happen second half. I see two teams who are not afraid of each other, who are taking each other. It's good that way. It's good that way. I don't see any weaknesses, any I don't see anything. I just see entertaining football, quality football all around. But then Rabiot is the one that I want to see on the bench, man. Yeah.
I want to ask you the same question that I had Upendulo. What's causing this? Is it the coaches maybe, is it a situation where the coaches need to now find a new team? So the French coach is now looking at these players and saying, I can't rely on Giroud that much. I need to move on. Is it media pressure, that the pressure that they're putting on them to put in certain players? What's causing, especially when you look at France, for them to, he's trying all these weird things and playing players in different places. What do you think is the cause for you?
I think he's trying to find a new team, which is the wrong time to find a new team. You cannot find a new team in a big tournament. You have a chance of doing that after the tournament in friendly games. They have their what's that tournament of theirs, that boring tournament, Nations Cup or what?
Nations League.
Yeah, the Nations League. He has that chance to do that in that tournament. Try combinations in that tournament, not in this kind of tournament. You understand? In this tournament, you have to come with a tried and tested team, the team that you know it's gonna deliver results. No experiments here. You know, when you go to interviews after the game, we don't want excuses. You understand? You don't have to come here and say, yeah, I was trying who there, I was trying to see what's gonna happen if this, like the other guy last night. You understand? He's telling us, hey, we can't find someone who can play as an 8, Calvin Phillips, 1, 2, 3. Man, you had 3 years to fix that thing. You have players on the bench that can change, that can fit in that position, but then you're giving us excuses. This is not the time for excuses. So Deschamps is doing a great mistake for trying out new things in a big tournament like this. You don't try new things in a big tournament.
Okay. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Tell me about this first half. What did you see?
Let me just say this, man. L'Equipe is going to have Deschamps for breakfast if he doesn't win this game. That's one statement I want to tell you. But of the overall game, what I'm looking at is that how did he find the balance between playing Tshwane, Kante and Rabiot in the midfield at the same time?
Yeah.
That's something that when I saw the team sheet, it threw me off. I was like, no, this is something he was not supposed to do, because it shows a very defensive team overall.
Yeah.
Shows that he'd rather defend rather than attack, because it looks a very lackluster team. Like, looking at the first half, I was just looking at it and thinking, or his game plan, if he had a game plan, it's not going according to plan. Because what I'm looking at is a proper imbalance in the team. Defense looks solid at times, but you can never trust Upamecano in any situation. So that's my analysis of the first half.
So then what's causing this? Same question. What's causing this? Because he's lined up defensively, but then you are watching Kante playing almost like a box-to-box 8. At some points he was 10. You're watching Rabiot going to the left-hand side. There's a lot of experimentation that is happening here, I assume. What's causing this? Is it the pressure from L'Equipe that's making him have to play certain players? Is he looking at the thing where he needs to find new players and figure out a new team because Bo Giroud are getting old? What's happening here?
I just feel like the whole Mbappe thing threw him off. Maybe the doctors or something, they told him he couldn't start Mbappe, and then maybe he saw it as a time maybe to make up a new team within the tournament, which was a very bad idea. I just feel like, however Mbappe was on the bench, I'd rather start him than take him off during the game, rather than not starting him at all. Bringing him as an impact sub is not gonna work today, literally.
Let me go to Temza. Temza, what is your score prediction?
I see goals, man. Second half, maybe 2-1, 2-1 to France. Mbappe is gonna come in. He's gonna have there's no way Mbappe is not going to make an impact. Whether coming from the bench, whether starting, the boy is world class. He's going to make a difference. He's going to come in here showing hunger. Yeah, he's going to make a difference.
Pendulo, what is your score prediction?
My score prediction, it will be really narrow. I think it's a 1-0 win to either side, and more goals could come if probably they bring on Wout Weghorst, because I don't think Memphis is going to give them anything today. And also Mbappe might just get something out of this. Also, he probably could bring on Kamavinga and provide that offensive fluidity going forward, and probably take off Kante, leave Tshwane there. I trust in his shooting ability. So you can probably get a 2-1 if you can bring more creative wingers. You can leave this guy Dembele, and probably put in Coman on the other side, so that you can get those fouls and penalties. You can get a 2-1 in that case, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I know that Wout Weghorst might just come in, so I think 1-0 to Netherlands.
Okay, 1-0 to Netherlands. Okay, at least now fighting. There's other things. What's your prediction?
I see Netherlands winning this game, honestly.
Is it going to be a close 1-0?
I see them winning this game in the second half. Yeah, it's going to be those kind of scores where everybody will be like, yeah, there's no coming back from this. A 90-minute win.
Okay. Now, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the guys that joined me now. 15,000 likes. Tap the screen, it's free. Then I'll keep it open and I'll hear what you guys have to say about this. Okay, so I think for me, Netherlands has been very conservative. Netherlands has been trying to catch them on the break. And I think Xavi Simons, Memphis, then Memphis, Frimpong, and Gakpo don't have a chemistry together. They're getting into spaces, they're getting into the box, but you can tell that it feels as though they haven't played enough with each other to have a rapport, know where to pass it. We've seen misplaced passes. We've seen people trying to play passes in and thinking that somebody's making a run. There was one right before the break where the ball was played. He played the ball back over, looked back, and there was no one there because the person who was meant to make the run didn't make the run. So I think the front three don't know each other. They don't understand each other. But I think they're okay. France worries me because there's a lot happening at France. There's a lot of shifting of positions, people moving around, if we call it schemes. There's holes where there isn't meant to be holes. So, for example, right now, who's the 10? Kante. So if Dembele wants to get the ball and have to play the ball into somebody, it's Kante. Yet you've got Rabiot and you've got Griezmann up top. So now it's like, I don't get where they're meant to be moving the ball. I think at times you see defensive players in attacking areas. You see attacking players in defensive areas. I'm not sure how they're meant to build up the game, where they're meant to get the goals from. Thuram has been completely out of this game, silent. Look, You have Kunde making a run internal with Dembele up high. So what happens in a counter? Yo, I don't get what's happening here, but it's fine. Yeah, both are not scared to attack each other, but final product is not being there for different reasons. France doesn't know what to do. My prediction, I went with a 2-1 to France, but I might even go for a draw, eh? A 1-1 draw, to be honest with you. Let's see, is Rabiot a defensive player? No, but they're asking him to play a defensive role at times. No, they're asking him to play wing. Last time they played him in a defensive role, it didn't work out. Now he's helping out on the wing, and Griezmann is, guys. You see, being complex and smart and all of that stuff, and like scoring and winning games and being on top of it, I get it. Do your rotations. But sometimes just play simple, man. Just play simple. France need width on both sides. Bring in Coman and Mbappe on either side. My prediction, I think I'm just going to go the 1-1 draw. I'm so disappointed by France. I'm so disappointed by England. Those are the guys that I wanted in the final. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, never in your life have you seen Kante touch the ball this much. Never in your life have you seen Kante have to play this much. Then you ask what the other guys are doing. Where's Tshwane? Rabiot? And look, Shem, Kante is not the guy. So you see that ball through to Rabiot. If it was a proper passer, it would go through there. So why are you asking Kante to be a proper passer? You're asking Rabiot, who's maybe more comfortable on the ball, plays in a 6 or 8, has to now go to the wing. Griezmann is, I guess, floating. This is funny, man. Kante is given a free roll. True, but the question still is the same. When have you ever seen Kante touch the ball this much? N'Golo Kante. Facilitate a game. N'Golo Kante. You don't see that. So somebody needs to take King responsibility there in that midfield. Or else we're just going to keep watching them trying these weird passes. Bradley says Kante is getting a goal today. I'd rather him score than playing in midfield like that. Or being asked to do what he's being asked to do. It feels a lot like Trent playing in the middle when we know that he's not good in the middle. Just play to your player's strengths, man. Like, I'm tired of modern football. I am tired of modern football because every coach thinks they're Pep Guardiola. Every coach thinks that they have the personnel that work in a certain way. The Shams is like Southgate, doesn't use youngsters. They both play boring football. Look at the running. Oh, wait. Shot. Have you noticed how many times the French players have ran into each other? Or in the same spaces, or running towards the same ball, then the King Tefu says sing Velengozela. It's boring, isn't it? Oh, that was almost a Xavi pass. Old school Xavi pass. Let me see what's happening here on YouTube. Can't show the game. Lyrics JJ on YouTube. I can't show the game because that's how you get copyright strikes and that's how you get banned. I've already had one account banned in my lifetime and this one was also banned for a while. So I can't do that. I can't even play music. Lebza says a 0-0 draw. Oh, that's what you, okay. 0-0 draw. Okay, let's see. Okay, look. Who's going to the ball? Kante is going to make himself available. Shoot a boy, rather shoot. Xavi Simons is disappointing. That front four is disappointing. They have no chemistry. No chemistry at all. Actually, it's similar for the other side. That front four, France also has no chemistry. Like, I feel like if you could take advantage of the spaces that are left by Kante's free roll and Rabiot not being in midfield, it means only Tshwane is in midfield. If you could do like a 4-1-2-3, you could probably overwhelm him and get something from this game. Which is something, well, look, they have been doing it well. In the first half, they got a couple of chances through the middle. But they don't do it enough. Guys, I think how we're going to rate this Euro from now on, we're going to rate it by how do you think Bafana would do in this game? How do you think Bafana would do either side? Because honestly, what I'm watching from France is shocking. Oh, I forgot to ask. Betting guys, what are your bet slips look like for this game, please? Tell me how it's looking for your bet slips. What do you think? Benjelo says Bafana would steal a 2-1 win here. Yo, guys. Is my thingy malfunctioning? What's happening? Okay, Memphis Depay lining up the free kick just in front of the box. Just in front of France's box. The whole headband with number 10. Mara asikboni. "54 minutes in, it is still 0-0. You can't cross it though. Why are you going so wide? Look, four players are standing on the opposite side watching one player who has to try beat two guys. I don't know if it's like a European thing, like a new European thing, but there's no support. Like they don't drop in and try help the other person or give them an outlet. Literally right there, Frimpong had to try take all those players on while the other guys waited. Hape, who are you going to cross to there? If we're being 100% honest, I don't think Depay is that tall or tall enough to beat Van Dijk. I don't think Gakpo is very good with his head. Sometimes tactics, man. Oh. MK says, damn, AFCON was really better than this. Okay, for some reason, the chats are not... Depay cares more about drip than playing football. He's wearing a headband. Why is he wearing a headband? He's gonna make one of those hype videos when he's done with this. He's thinking about the hype video, not about the match. But you guys understand, there's no vibe to this game. There's no ebb, there's no flow, right? You're not watching two teams that know what they're doing and they're going back and forth because they know what they're doing. Both teams are not at 0-0 because of their defensive superiority. It's just because nobody's playing. Look, no off the ball runs, no support coming inside to collect the ball. Kante has to do so much. Yo, guys. Disappear. Some players disappear. What has Thuram done in the second half? What has Rabiot done in the second half? Kante has been carrying that midfield by himself. And I ask again, when last did you see Kante touch the ball this much? Mojan says, modern football is pass, pass, pass. Even a team like Scotland wants to play a passing game. But I've always thought of modern football, I think when we speak about modern football, the definition is like a Pep Guardiola team. A Pep Guardiola team doesn't keep possession for possession's sake. They not pass, pass, pass just because. They pass, pass, pass to go forward. Says Fabregas, they asked him the difference between playing for Arsenal and playing for Pep, playing for Wenger and playing for Pep. And he said, with Pep, there's a reason why I'm here. And it's to move the team forward. When I get the ball, I'm making space for this one. Or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There's a tempo to it. There's an intention. We need to go score. These guys are just holding the ball. They're literally just holding the ball. You can't see a passage of play or how they're going to get forward. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand, man. You know, it doesn't feel like it's a tournament. Like, it feels like it's a random friendly game. It feels like a training match for the tournament. There's no urgency. Look, Kante again. Kante has to collect the ball at the back. He has to break up an attack. He has to make a forward pass, the vertical passes, the passes through. He has to then make runs himself. What is the rest of the team doing? Guys, this is a frustrating match. I can't even tell you what Netherlands is trying to do on their own. Hey guys. It's irritating. It's so irritating. The attack of both teams is awful. Yes. What is Gakpo's role, I guess? He's meant to be a left winger, which he's doing. But like I said earlier, the front four of Netherlands have no chemistry. No chemistry whatsoever. You could swear that it's the first time these guys are playing. Let me see. Germany and Spain are the best teams in the tournament. You see, but that's what I'm saying. When you watch Germany play, there's the tempo. There's the tempo to run wide. There's the tempo. There's the, when who's the guy who plays on the left? I know it's Word. Musiala usually takes up the left, but when he goes inside, why am I forgetting the guy's name? But anyway, it's for a reason. You can see, this guy's opening space for this. That guy's doing this. Cruz, when he goes wide, he's going wide because he wants to facilitate the game like this. And you can tell that the support is coming so that they can do 1, 2, and 3. Not Gundogan. It's not Gundogan. This is Gundogan. The front three. Not Mitchell Start. Anyway, it's fine. There's too much respect between the two teams. They're both holding back. I get it, they play, Havertz. It might be Gundogan, actually. But anyway, there's too much respect between the two teams. They're both holding back. No, I don't even think they're holding back. I think we're watching two teams trying to figure out what their gameplay is. That's what we're doing. So, for example, the Netherlands for the past, let's say 10, 15 minutes, have been dropping Memphis into midfield, which is working because it's dragging the center back, but they don't have anybody who's taking advantage of the space in behind. So he's looking for very quick flicks that are going wide instead of looking centrally to the spot where he left. So it's either you drop Kemang Depay in, then he gives the ball to Xavi, who plays the ball through to Gakpo Frimpong. It's literally two teams trying to figure out what they're trying to do. That's what I think. They're not sure. They're not sure. Which is irritating. Like, guys, everything we've heard about European football, you know, the Euros are like this, what. It honestly feels like these are unprepared teams. Are we going to see a 65-minute change? You know, the handbook says you have to change it 65 minutes. Oh, close there by France, cross-played in, just over. But anyway, the point I was making was that when you watch Germany play, you can tell that their rotations are not rotations for rotation's sake. Like sometimes it feels like the coaches go back home or they sit in their review meetings and they say, we made 72 rotations. If you remember that famous Arteta quote where it's like we had 50 whatever different formations in this game, it feels like they pat themselves back on their back with that, instead of actually making a game plan. Guys, is Kante going to be the playmaker? Like, look at Dembele. You might even think that he's outside. Oh, yeah, guys. There's no care. There's no tactics. I'd like to apologize to the PSL. I'm going to apologize to the PSL because I thought maybe quality and what, and we compare you guys to Europe all the time. But if this is Europe, I'm sorry, man. I want France to lose so they can sack Deschamps. He's been relying on individual players, no game plan. And Kolani, that's the thing. That's how it feels. It feels like I have a bunch of players and I'm going to drop them in. And when I drop them in, you know, somebody's going to save me. And the sad part about this French team is it probably is 1-0 if Mbappe is on the pitch. Or because Mbappe would be doing something for himself. He'd take the ball, he'd take somebody on, he would try and make something happen. They haven't tried to make anything happen. And then I asked the question that, fine, you see that there's no fluidity in your team. You know what? Let's bring in Giroud and just play wing play. Go wide, put balls in. Rather, let's try by percentages up the number of balls that we put into the box then, and you know Giroud gets to them. Because clearly, whatever you're trying to play on the ground is not playing. It's not working. Guys, no. They finally get it through. Wonderful ball there by Kante. I've been talking about his passing. Wonderful, but no. Griezmann again. You're looking at the goalkeeper. On the other side. I could have had a chance on the other side. He did the same thing with his stronger foot.
What bafana, man. Oh, what? Iskampi, nada. Iskampi. Nada, Iskampi.
That's the third chance. That's the third chance that Griezmann has not been able to put anywhere. Tshwane at goal is dangerous. He must be given more freedom going forward. There's going to be nobody to cover him. Guys, no. Kante is the man of the match for me. Kante is the man of the match. He's defending. He's going forward. He's playing key passes. Kante, look, that pass. I would have loved him to shoot there, but He still got the ball through. Pakola and Mbappe are needed to come into this game and change the dynamic, says Bradley. Maybe super subs. Maybe they're looking at super subs. Who knows? Back. The one in the first game, I'm not going to lie. I didn't see why he got the man of the match. I'm not going to lie. But in this game, Kante has done everything. Everything. To the point where you look at Tshwane and you say, what have you done, Tshwane, in this game? What are you here for? Rabiot, what are you here for? If this man has to play every single ball. Let's see. Shot just over. Okay, France are waking up. I'll give them that. France are waking up. Like, over the Netherlands. If you're going to make Memphis a false nine, so that's the front three. You're dropping Memphis. Don't let Xavi go here and then still make it a three. Rather, have him play target man, put the ball down for Xavi to play into one of the guys who are making a diagonal run. Rather, like, I don't understand what this whole thing is. Look at Memphis. Dembele still being in this game is fraud, daylight robbery. There's a couple of them. Rabiot, Thuram. Ball played in. Netherlands. Inside the box. Can they get something? Memphis turns and shoots. Goal. Xavi Simons gets the goal. We finally saw a goal. Griezmann is going to be killing himself for the chances that he's made.
Just got a notification. It's a goal.
Sometimes you have to score. What do you call it? You have to score. I don't know if you guys remember Kite. He used to play for Liverpool. Sometimes, man, it must bobble in the box. Are they saying? What are they saying? No goal. Offside. Okay. Okay, back to 0-0. Okay, I understand it. In theory, he is impeding the goalkeeper. But let's see what VAR has to say. Xavi Simons is going to get something in this game, says Yugiro. Simply Unswerable says Netherlands are playing a 5-2-3 when they're defending and a 4-3-3 when they attack. True. I'm just asking about the mechanics of the 4-3-3, right? I think that the space in France's defense is central. So I would ask Gakpo or Kimang Frimpong to run like this. So if you drop the one guy and you're seeing that, what's his name? Saliba is following him. Drop him and have a secondary player who's going to play the ball through. So Memphis, instead of flicking behind for Frimpong, play back to somebody who plays the through pass, if that makes sense. I understand why they would speak about it, because is he active in the game? Is he stopping the goalkeeper from getting there? I still think it would be harsh, but Arabon. Oitanda, I had changed it, but I get it, they're doing a goal check. So we're going to have it when the goal check is here. Tatim Teto says, this ref, I told you. If they don't give the goal, it's harsh, guys. Honestly speaking, it's harsh. Malume Kutso. Yeah. That's a straight offside. No goal, ne? Yeah. Yeah, okay. If he was standing on the other side of the goalkeeper, it's not a goal. It's a goal. But because he was standing in the line of the ball, okay. Thuram out, Mbappe in super sub. Goal, he dodged the ball, didn't mess with the goalkeeper's side. Not necessarily side, but he was standing in between the goalkeeper and the ball, I guess. You could say. Interesting. Oh, wow, le president. It's harsh though. Could have given the thing. The goalkeeper was impeded from driving, says Mujan. No, it's not because that he didn't touch the ball. Okay. Now I talked to Malume Kuto. Malume Kuto is the resident referee. Okay, Frimpong is coming off. How's this gonna work now? Are they gonna play it too? Wijnaldum comes. I'm also trying to figure it out here. The keeper was obscured, says Babam Tetwa. Oh, Makezi, how are you? How are you? Welcome. Oh, Giroud. Thank you, Giroud. Nsa Turam. Watch the change of tactics from both teams. That's why I'm like, are they going to go with the two up front? Because Wijnaldum is a midfielder. Are we going to see... Okay, Gakpo is going to stay wide. Someone's going to have to go to the right-hand side, or maybe they just kill the one side. Why remove Frimpong? But he didn't touch the ball. How is that offside? I care about interference. Interference is also something. Pure offside, goalkeeper might have saved if the player didn't interfere. Bafana said he shouldn't have subbed Frimpong. Frimpong is the key to Holland, says Ta. Yugiro says they're killing the other side. Yeah, I think they'll have to kill one side and maybe play Xavi closer to, what's his name? Okay, Thuram and Dembele out. Giroud in command. Let's see now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Paris was Golden Arrows. Babasa scored a similar goal. It was allowed, says Mulantwa. That's a goal for me, says Mr. S. Junior says Musiala would have had a field day with Kunde. I would have had an easy day. Savili, welcome. Pedro says Dembele only comes alive versus Barca. He's driven by hatred. Okay, let's see. Now, what Giroud allows you to do when he comes on, they can continue having Rabiot go up the side and be the winger, allowing Griezmann to come. So what I would do is say, Griezmann, stay close to Giroud. That's going to be your only role, is to stay close to Giroud. Coman has to be a little bit more active on the left-hand side. I want to see more crosses. You might even see some more route one balls to allow Giroud to put it down for Griezmann, who has missed 3 chances tonight. 3 chances tonight. Super sub workhorse, Netherlands 1 says Bradley. User AGM15 says this is a goal. Let's see if it comes with a goal. Is Mbappe being punished or is he injured? Remember, he broke his nose. So I don't know if they're waiting until the last possible minute to put him on because he has to wear that mask. So he broke his nose. He was meant to go for getting an operation, but they chose to keep him here. I'm liking this recent Netherlands team. Want to see them in the top 8, says Bafana. Weghorst is going to win this game, says Ryan. Hey. Guys, those who are saying Weghorst, can you please just name your affiliated team? Please tell me who you support, because I have a feeling. Baba Mseto says, Kunde cost France in the World Cup in Qatar. Nale freeway in the first half. I don't understand why, in the first game. I don't understand why they didn't isolate him. He will score at 5 minutes. Oh, otherwise known as Fergie time. I see you. Guys, follow if you have not followed. The injury prone must stay in hospital, Tembele. Bape will probably play in the last game of the group stages, says Bafana. We're supporting our African brothers. Confused why the goal was allowed. The argument is obstruction. So if you don't have to touch the ball if you are part of the play. So I'd assume that what the referees are saying is that because you are standing this side in between the goalkeeper and the ball, that's why it's offside, I'd assume. If you're standing on the other side, maybe it wouldn't be a different thing. I think Kimang Megna, the goalkeeper of France, was very smart to immediately point at him. I don't know if you guys noticed, when that ball came in and the goal went in, he made that suggestion that my guy, here's the person standing next to me and obscuring me, so therefore he's part of the game. I believe that's what you'd say. Wijnaldum once killed by Solorio. I'll never forget this VAR thing. The goalkeeper's not getting that. Hey, I'm just explaining what the thinking behind it might have been. Oh, here's the Weghorst sub that you guys have been wanting. 78 minutes. I'd love if he makes an instant impact. That would be crazy. He gives them height, which means that they're changing the whole way they played. I expect to see Gakpo being a lot more active. Oh, Griezmann. Look trepa. Tino, thank you for the rose. Honor, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the gift. Remember, guys, 15,000 likes, and I can let people in, and you guys can tell me exactly what you think, even about that goal. They were saved by VAR. Colin Manya says, Weghorst is in. Junior says, this one broke my heart in the 2022 World Cup. Mujan says it's harsh, but he stopped the keeper from diving, regardless of whether the goalkeeper would save it. I get about it whether you are active in the play. So it gets very harsh at times, whether you're active. Kante is something else. This is the man of the match performance by Kante. It's just that he's getting tired now, Shem. He's been carrying this team the whole game long. 79 minutes in, it is 0-0. Netherlands had put the ball into the box, and VAR ruled that no, it's offside due to a player who was standing in an offside position and deemed to be part of the play, deemed to have influenced the game. Play it through. Now they wanted. Do you guys see what I was saying? It was a mistake by France, but do you see what I was saying about ball to your striker who's dropped back, who's playing false nine? He puts it down for somebody. They play the ball through. But they've decided to change their whole game plan. But let's see how it pans out. Griezmann is disappointing. He missed three. Papet. There was the first one when he tripped. Then I think immediately after that one, he got a chance to hit it inside the box and he hit it wide. And then obviously there was the other one. Yeah, well, these rules. Gakpo should have been subbed, not Xavi Simons. Gakpo hasn't done anything. Memphis has proven that he chose drip over football. Serge says goal France. Are you ahead of me, Serge? What are you reading? Hey, Griezmann Atletico Madrid. That one left when he went to Barcelona. Oh, Giroud, we've been campaigning for you to come on for so long, and then you're doing those type of things. Let me see. I want to see what's happening on YouTube. This match is going to end in a draw. Getting Mbappe's mask says Siyabonga. Yeah, I have a black mask. I thought he was holding a black mask. Pogba is banned from football, says SAFC. Yes, that's true. Masimbulele says because the keeper can't dive, he's small. Even if he wasn't going to dive, I don't think he meant to dive for that ball anyway. But rules are rules, guys. 81st minute, we're looking at 0-0. People have told me that Weghorst is going to be the change in this game. Those third games will be Bafana. Khanye says VAR will be damaged within a month if it comes to SA. You guys, you know my thoughts about VAR. You know my thoughts about VAR. It's still going to be run by the same people. And if the English guys can go, oh yeah, we made a mistake, but we just carried on playing. How then? Have you heard some of the audio in England? I'm sure a lot of our refs would just carry on. Play the ball through. Hey. Giroud has been on the pitch for how long? And we haven't seen a cross. We haven't seen a direct ball to him. Yeah. Okay, we saw one cross that he tried to flick Nyana with his heel. I question these teams, man. This is meant to be like the pinnacle of football. Like Europe is supposed to be the best, Mara. The decision making sometimes. Gakpo has made 2 runs. No, Gakpo made the first run. Yeah, he's made 2 runs. One ball in and he's got it. OT, I'm supporting the other team. Which other team, EJ? Bradley says AFCON VAR was the best. Yes. AFCON VAR. I'm talking about PSL VAR. Hey, PSL VAR, I don't know, but we'll see. Isn't Kingsley the right replacement for Mbappe? Not while Mbappe is there. Guys, just pop the ball. I'm an Arsenal fan. We watched Giroud. Just pop the ball into the box. He will get there. And like, play a low cross from wherever you are, and he will get there. Junior, it's not the time. It's not the time nor the place. We're out of office for club beefs. Is Netherlands parking the bus? Can they play Weghorst as the impact, as a transition player? That's interesting. Yeah. No, I thought you meant in general, Kolani. Sorry, I thought you meant in general. No, Coman was the right sub for Dembele. He was the right sub. Mbappe, from what I've heard, he's fit to play, but I guess they're trying to keep him safe. Turkey and Georgia was by far better than this overrated match. But we should applaud the Dutch for preparing for this game the right way. I don't want to applaud either team here. I don't think the Dutch were that effective. And now they've decided to park the bus. They're going for the draw. They've decided, yeah, no, it's the bus. Play the ball into the box for Giroud. Simple. That's what he does. You see that? What he did right there. It's what he does. You put Giroud on and you're not going to pop the ball into the box. Not to the top of the box. In the box. Guys, it's not rocket science. I understand. It really is rocket science. Let's see. The Dutch have been parking the bus, only relying on transition. Bafana says he should rest. He will come last game. Kari group stages. Daniel says such bad football I'm watching right now from those two teams. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so unplanned. Like, you know, sometimes you watch nil-nils. You can tell tactically the two teams are adapting. The two teams are moving. They want to go score, but the other one's close. And then the other one is reacting. Like you're watching a reacting game. Right now, we've seen tactical switches for the sake of tactical switches. Taking Frimpong out and playing this type of football doesn't make sense. You had the spaces, but you weren't exploiting them. Now, because of the changes you've made, you're going to go defensive. Weghorst is not going to get the ball up until maybe they get a lucky cross in. He's not going to get the ball. Giroud is on the pitch. You're not pitching the ball up to him and playing it in the way that we all know. Anybody who's on Giroud knows how he scores these goals. Near post, low cross, in. We know that when you play around, when you run around Giroud, you can go for a very long run. But yeah. But anyway, let's see. I think we've got 8 minutes, maybe. Players in the Euros play like they're scared to lose the ball. Robotic as hell. I'm going to say as hell. Simply Unsorrowable says they can't cross because of Van Dijk. I'm telling you, cross that ball. Giroud will win that battle. Giroud will win that battle. He will win. It's not rocket science, guys. How is the game? I just switched on the TV. It's boring. It's only getting exciting now, I guess. You could maybe say, Mara Agent has been boring, man. Is Rabiot still playing for Juventus? I'm not sure. Bradley says, I see Austria surprising Netherlands come final match of the group stages. Ooh. That's interesting. And then, of course, France plays Poland. Can they be surprising? I mean, Lewa might have something to say in that game. Hi guys, it's a 0-0 draw. I blame Euros hype, patiently waiting for Copa. Copa started already. Hasn't Copa started? I can't cover those games because I can't do mornings like that. So I can't cover those games. But yeah, Copa started. I need to just check something. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just had to check something. Okay, let's see. Mbappe is frustrated. Austria won. Rednick, that team is playing some good football. That guy that advised you guys that Manchester United agent. There we go. Kante. Actually, the turtle is angry. You guys are the worst. Who's angry? Guys, follow, subscribe if you're not subscribed. They're on YouTube. Follow if you have not followed on TikTok. I'm going to be following England, France, Portugal, and Germany. Those are the 4 teams I'm following during this. I'll be live here. I also do my own content for those who don't know. We normally have a daily show, but because we are doing these watch-alongs, the daily show is probably only going to come back when we start having those gaps. So yeah, very great footballing conversations. There's also a WhatsApp group. So if you want to join the WhatsApp group, head on over to YouTube, or if you're on TikTok, there's a link in my profile. It will take you to the membership stuff for the YouTube, and then for the WhatsApp. And then on YouTube, click on join. In the members area, you'll find the link to the WhatsApp. But anyway, take out England for Spain. Hey, look, the tournament might do that for me, to be honest with you. The teams I'm following have been poor, man. Is anybody else disappointed? Is anyone else disappointed? Today, Agent, hi man. Agent, today's gonna be Saturday. The today you're talking about is gonna be Saturday. We didn't have it because I didn't have it last week, so I just figured that we'll just do the watch-alongs. But group members, tell me if you still want to have that show. France has 0 goals this tournament. Chenko says these big teams, only Germany. It's the wine. I see DSTV needs to respect us in Air Copa America. I don't think they have the rights. Yeah, they don't have the rights. Does Supersport have the rights to Copa? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Oh yeah, I was saying, guys, is anybody disappointed that the Netherlands decided to park the bus? Is anybody else disappointed? Only Argentina can unlock that orange wall. Let's see. Here we go. Is this the Fergie time goal that you guys spoke about with Vegas? Let's see. Hey, okay. No, Netherlands, job well done. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we're in extra time, stoppage time, referees additional time. We're 3 minutes into it. It's only 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. So let's see if Netherlands can steal one, as somebody predicted. But if Weghorst was to score here, whoever predicted that Weghorst is going to score, Kupadi Lotto number for tomorrow, so that I can, buy equipment. No, I've been trying. They don't know if the my agent, why are you that guy? I'm sure people would watch. I'm sure people would watch Colombia. I'm sure people would watch Uruguay. No, Griezmann should have won this game for France. 3 chances, 3 misses. Man of the match, N'Golo Kante for me. N'Golo Kante has ran the midfield. I'm sure if we look at his stats, he's got key passes. He's got everything there. Play the ball into the box. Stop making life difficult for yourself. Just play the ball into the box. You have a guy right there. Germany winning the Euros. Pendulo says Venezuela. What a Venezuela. Look out for Spain. Stream those games. Argentina won 2-0 versus Canada. Wait, do they invite countries? Because isn't Canada CONCACAF? Anyway, there we go. Wow, what a boring match, man. At least it's finished. Okay, guys, it is open. If you'd like to come in and give thoughts about this game, please feel free to press the multi-guest button. You have to be following me. And then you can jump in and just let me know what you feel about the game. We can have a quick chat and then we can go to sleep. Yeah, they always invite. What to say. Okay, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Otzi, what a boring game.
What did we watch here? Tell me, what is
What a boring game. Yes. These guys have traumatized us, and not for the first time in this competition. For both of them,
But
not for the
what-
first time giving us a boring game.
What's going wrong? What's going wrong with, for all intents and purposes, France is meant to be one of the best teams at the tournament. Netherlands is what's happening with Gavin, as you can see.
I think firstly for this game, they were too tactical. Yeah, as expected, they were gonna try by all means to use tactics more than anything. This game was a free roll. They were too tactical. Like there's nothing like a sneaker Zayon. There is nothing, absolutely nothing a sneaker Zayon. Griezmann has been kept on the pitch for the longest time, not giving France anything. I believe Giroud should be presented earlier in the game, maybe after second half. Angene early, maybe France bizo something. Ingolo Kante, yes, sterling performance at his age. Nothing much for from in Netherlands, because even the chances they had very few chances. They were not even creating at the back. They're not even creating chances to score. So there was nothing much for Netherlands that has offered to play game, except the only goal Lena Ebe offside, normally piggy, of which now it is debatable, but yeah, this game was training.
Ufuna ukwazi ukuthi do you think it's a goal or
in my opinion, because it is debatable, because I think it was Dumfries, ne? Obegamela. Was it Dumfries? Yeah, so the Netherlands player,
yeah, I believe it was.
So yeah, so Dumfries bega obstructor keeper. So the argument VAR noma your referee is that umendleleni keeper, so keeper cannot dive and save the ball, So technically, it is not an offside, but technically, again, it is an offside, because at the end of the day, Dumfries is interfering with keeper, So it is a very tough decision. I think it depends on what game iphetho obani and umthetho ba understand kanjani, because we all know ukuthi oref nabo interpret umthetho webhola ngendlela efanayo. So in this case, unfortunately for Netherlands, the goal was not allowed. And from my side, I think the decision was correct. From my side, I think the decision was correct.
Thank you. Let me go to Umpendulo. I hear myself. So I'm asking for your thoughts of the game.
The signs were there. Thank you again, my brother. The signs were there from the first half. Even though I predicted Netherlands to win, at times in the first half they were really slow on the build-up. Both teams just seemed to be happy to sit back and just watch the other team play. There was no momentum. There was no actual drive to say we are here to win the game of football, which is probably something that should be a fact, considering people's money that they pay to come and watch the game. You need to give them extra thrill, But at the end of the day, as the previous guy mentioned, it was a tactical game. I'm not quite sure of the standings. I'm just looking at the standings here. If you probably could update me on the standing. If both teams are actually progressing to the next phase, I could understand why it was tactical. Because even for Netherlands, from the Netherlands perspective, even on the last few minutes, if you try and push hard and try to attack France, you might just get caught, considering that they are a world-class team. Also, even for France, they need to watch themselves, because they might just get caught. Because now you saw Giroud came in, Weghorst on the other side, and something might just come in. So you might just try to be a little bit conservative, even though even for France, they should have at least converted those chances that they got. It was just not a good day. But for me, the VR denied me my goal. I believe it's a goal because from the angle that I saw, the obstruction was from a France player. The Netherlands player was quite on the left, far of the left, a little bit far on the left. I don't know. I only saw one angle because I had network issues. So yeah, that's just my view of the game. I don't know. I'm just looking. I just want to look at the standings right now and see if what's the prospect going forward.
Okay, so as it stands, Netherlands are number 1 in the group. France is number 2. Netherlands has 4 points. France has 4 points. Austria has 3 points because they've beaten Poland. Poland with 2 losses. So it's not clear cut. Austria still mathematically could still go through if they pull something from the Netherlands game, and then we'll see Poland and France. But currently, those are the top 2 teams. Guys, because I'm cutting just for time as well, I'm going to go to Rulani. Rulani, tell me about this game. What did you see?
Yeah, OT. Good evening, Mr. OT. Of all, in Netherlands, they should have won this game, Mr. OT. For me, that player that was offside wasn't in line it wasn't in but in line vision, the keeper. So he saw the ball coming. He should have dived, keeper, Mr. OT. I think they denied the Netherlands goal. And Mr. OT, kindly help me Google my football terms. The game was tactic. Is a game tactic? If you want to tactics. So angazi ngizoyibiza ngani mina, because ama-tactics you should see what was the game plan. I think the game plan should be ama-tactics. So I didn't see any game plan, so I can't say a game was tactical. So for me, Mr. OT, I think if I'm still saying if French shouldn't have extended contract contract, because I think for me, Mr. OT, they're still hanging on. He won them World Cup as the captain and also as a coach. So to even give me a contract, I think it was a bad decision for them. As for Netherlands, Mr. OT, I think they came in to defend. I think they played well. First half, trying to play on transition, but second half, I don't think they came out of the dressing room. But yeah, Mr. OT, this is the most boring game. I think is that exciting. And Mr. OT, I've never in my life thought I would see Ungalo Kante playing as a 10 and play so well as a number 10. And also check back, Mr. OT. I mean, this guy is a workhorse. I see why this coach decided to also include him, even though he's playing in a not so credited league like Saudi Arabia. But my guy, this guy is quality.
Mina, all I want to say.
Thank you very much for the time.
All I want to say is that maybe Lama Tactics UEFA Pro license. Maybe Tina.
Yeah, maybe Mr. OT. Because for us, we should see our tactics because okay, the game was tactical. But I'm going for his cards, Mr. OT.
Thank you. Let me bring him Siana. Tell me about this game. 0-0, 90 minutes.
Lovely draw, as the late Sheikh's Kungwane. It's a lovely draw. Chief, France they have themselves to blame. That's number one. They had a lot of chances to bury this game. You know, Griezmann was very wasteful, and to Netherlands on the second half, I didn't see them. If the ball position, I didn't see the ball position. What was the ball position? The ball position was close to 70, according to what I was watching. They play with the back foot and only trusting their counter attacks. And whenever they were going forward, Netherlands, they looked dangerous. If ever they could have kept on like playing football, not to defend, I think they could have won this game, because when they started defending, that's when you started seeing France on the midfield. They started dominating the Tshwane and Robert, and they were starting moving fluidly. And my disappointment is common. When he came in, I think Dembele was still better, because was still crossing, was still taking on players. But after all, OT, I'm telling you, this was a boring game until Netherlands sit back and gave us a little bit of something to watch. But Griezmann was very wasteful. As I was saying, that I've been watching this Euro, I'm not really happy with their standard. As I was saying, that the only game that I watched that I thought it was very interesting, it was the Italian game against Spain. You know, you could see Spain was playing, but I don't know what's happening on other teams.
Okay.
You
Zena,
know,
are you still with me?
yes, I'm still with you.
Oh.
Because I'm not sure if it's the case of France are not producing more players. You know, these teams, if you look at these teams as well, if you go to England, you will see that it's like there's no proper development for the lightest who are coming. If you look at Spain, they've got young team who's exciting. They've got a 16-year-old that is playing there. I'm not sure what's happening in other countries. It's like they're not developing any players. If you still have Giroud playing for France, it tells you that you don't have any young bloods that are coming in. You know, your Angelo Kante played very well, I think. But I'm saying is that you should have more younger players. You know, even if you're looking at their bench, they don't have, you know, where you say this is a growth of that country. Sharpman.
Sienna, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I can't interact like I normally do, guys, that I start cutting during the multi. It's fine. We'll figure it. Thank you to those that jumped onto the panel. Okay, I can. Let me tell you what I think. This is what I'm thinking about this game. We'll start with Netherlands. I think Netherlands really wanted to play on transition. I think Netherlands came in with a solid plan because they entered the box a few times, including in the first minute where they had a chance. Magna had to make a save. I think Netherlands could have pressed a little bit more, but the front four doesn't have chemistry. They don't understand each other at all. One is making a run here, the other one is trying to pass the ball there. They're trying to do all of these different things. There was a chance. So, for example, Memphis, when Memphis started dropping back, there was a space centrally because Saliba was following him and Upamecano wasn't necessarily awake. It could have been a chance for you to take Gakpo and take Frimpong and make them make diagonal runs in behind, maybe play a ball back and play it through to them, right? But they didn't quite take those chances. So unfortunately for them, even though they got into the box a lot more than France in that first half, they couldn't really take their chances because they have no chemistry. France, on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of problems with France. I feel like there's players who are being chosen, maybe not because of the gameplay, but because of pressure, because we don't know what Thuram did this whole game. I don't know what Thuram was doing this whole game. Then we move into the midfield. N'Golo Kante was tackling and then getting the ball from the defense and then running forward and playing a forward pass. He was the one that almost got an assist to Griezmann. He was making runs in behind, then coming back to... He was working so hard. But it begs the question of what was Tchouaméni's role in this game? Rabiot was running on the left-hand side of that defense. What was the point of him? Dembele, every time he got the ball, fine, we know he might get a free kick or whatever, but Dembele was dead on that side. So I really believe that this French team needs to get a system together. You need to get a system and you need to do things over and over and over again. The French teams that have done well, literally most of the time, were playing, I won't say direct brand of football, but they had a center forward, a target man. They created space for Mbappe to do what Mbappe needs to do. They had a little bit of control in the midfield. But this one, is just a bunch of names running around on the pitch. Literally just a bunch of names. Why is Rabiot still getting game time and Kamavinga sitting on the bench? Why is Griezmann still getting all this game time? Fine, he missed some chances today. Great, you can miss chances any day. But why is Griezmann still finding his way or staying on the pitch for so long when he just walks around? Something else that you see with these big teams that we've seen here, or some of the big teams that we've seen here, is that they've got no positional discipline. Then another one pops up, then another one drops back, and another one is rotating. You're not seeing anything of what they're doing. So for me, I would love to see a difference, but it feels as though with France, with England, they're going to continue. They're going to continue playing this game. They're going to continue doing the exact same things. We're not going to see things. It's sad to see teams that seem like they're still figuring out what they want to do. They're still figuring out where everybody's going to go and where everybody's going to play and how they're going to see each other. The Netherlands have chemistry issues. France don't seem like those people are getting together. And the stars that are meant to take the game now, well, nobody wants to take responsibility. But anyway, guys, I can't stay too long. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I said, I'm going to be watching England, France, Germany, and Portugal. Those are the 4 teams I'm following for now. Obviously, it will change as we get into the knockout stages. So please, if you have not followed, please follow so that we can watch together, watch these games together, and you can jump in and tell me how you feel about what we are watching. But for me, as it stands, AFCON is better. AFCON was way better than what we are watching in this tournament. Way better. Thank you, AFCON. Thank you, CAF. That's how I want to sign out. I'll see you guys then with the next match tomorrow. I'll confirm the time. Bye, guys.